Mr. Benjamin Grossman, in your assessment, how long do you expect this war to continue?
The first phase, maybe some pauses in between, but the first phase will take about another, in which the fundamental capabilities of Hamas will be destroyed almost completely. And then it will take another more few months to clean the whole area from any, remnants of Hamas isolated bunkers and things like that. I think that this is about the time to take. Our forces are moving very, very slowly and cautiously because we want to avoid harms of civilians, and we want to focus on the terrorist only.
There are hundreds and thousands of children killed. You speak about minimizing civilian losses.
So first of all, I will take with some criticizing the numbers published by Hamas, because Hamas has an interest to intensify the numbers. True, unfortunately, there are civilian casualties because they have been used like human shelters by Hamas. Israel is doing the utmost to minimize those casualties of non-involved. We urged the civilians to left the center of Gaza towards the border with Egypt to the south of Gaza. In that area now Israel also asking the Egyptians, also the Europeans, to build hospitals. We want the civilians to move there, but we cannot wait forever. And even the international war laws demands us to minimize, but not to avoid from any actions against Hamas. Hamas cannot exist in Gaza, full stop.
How do you eradicate an ideology? Hamas is not just a movement, it's an ideology. These losses and these destructions, according to many assessments, will lead to more recruitments. What is Israel's endgame?
It does not lead to more recruitments. The people in Gaza and the Palestinians in general understand that Hamas is their disaster. And about the general slogan that you cannot destroy ideology, I want to lead you to another very similar ideology. It's called the Nazi ideology. In Europe, it has been, at least in the sense of threat, it has been eliminated totally. You don't have any Nazi armed forces organization today. So, and about the ISIS, I assume that people in the Palestinians in other places in the world would like to kill Jews as such will exist. Okay, we know that for hundreds of years, but we don't deal with the ideology. We deal with the capability. The capability has to be out of the equation totally, and that's what we are doing. We cannot, and I think the world cannot, but we cannot tolerate slaughtering, rape, beheaded. You've seen the pictures yourself when you've been to Israel. This phenomena cannot exist any longer. It's not ideology. It's not territory. It's just killing Jews as such.
Whatever happened on the October 7th is horrific. It's no way justified. But how does this justify the collective punishment that the people of Gaza are enduring right now?
I'm very, very puzzled, because when the American fight with not all the American and the UK fight with the ISIS, it was not called a collective punishment. It was a war, very delicate. I can tell you that our efforts to work as precise as possible on Hamas only, it's second to none. I give you an example. Yesterday, actually last night, previous night, when our troops went to some of the Hamas headquarters, Hamas released 100 women and children to face our armed forces as a human shields. Actually, I can say it as a human hand grenades. We bypassed them. We did not harm them at all. We lost soldiers because of that, but we didn't harm a single one of them. The blame cannot put on Israel. If the world expect that we will tolerate such a monster in our border, we are going to, I'm sorry to say so, we're going to disappoint the world about this.
செய்திகளை உடனுக்குடன் தெரிந்து கொள்ள உடனே சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க.